What did I do to deserve this?
Let's count the ways, shall we? Season 3, Part 2. Having a conversation about Warren Jeffs wherein you referred to him as a bully and then continuously cried about what he had done, not for the people that he hurt, but for the connotation it places on your marriage, because, you know, that's what we're all worried about, isn't it? This.
So we decided to go to Big Bear for our 4th of July weekend, and we're almost to the campsite, and we find this huge stream crossing, and we don't know if we're going to get through.
Being so proud of all these manly values and being very manly, when in reality, Christine is the one who hopped on her car and drove through the puddle to prove that that was possible. Parenting your own children for one night, and that being too much.
I'm all chilling, and they all fall asleep. Now it's just a matter of waiting. So I'm just sending a text to all 4 of the wives. For my wives.
It's almost like you only wanted them home that quickly after the guys' night because you knew what you'd be doing on guys' night, huh?
Strip has some very salacious dressing. When you're hanging out with good guys, you know, you see a scantily clad woman. I mean, a gentleman's going to do this. But a guy's still going to look. It's just not culturally where I want to be.
Got a note on that here. How about we stop telling other people the best way to live their lives or being really staunch about certain ideals when we don't even know how to keep our eyes in our fucking head? Okay, there we go.
With all 4 of my wives. We're going to be meeting up with a bunch of friends of mine from high school. And we're nervous about how they're going to react to all of us.
If we care about him, we're going to care about him eternally. And we personally feel like he's got an issue come Judgment Day.
I need you to know in my notes, all I wrote down was Ken, because this is someone who has an absolute, just seething disdain for Kody, his family, his children, and is very, very open about it, which shows a pattern. Kody brings very dangerous men for a lot of different reasons, whether it's psychological, physical, Kyle Henderson, which we'll get into that was, I think, season 14, around his family, and these people will go in and do incredible amounts of damage to his family, especially Christine, and we'll get into that in a future season, Christine and Ken. He would be willing to give up his marriage for this Ken guy, which is interesting though, because he goes back to his town too, and he's like, oh, everyone knows me, everyone knows me, and all anyone remembers was that, well, he was kind of loud, we thought he was gay, that's cool, he's married to a bunch of women, I hope he has fun. That was the entire reaction, because he's there to get a big reaction, because a lot of this lifestyle for Kody, absolutely, and you can tell and clock it, is the shock factor. This.
Oh, you guys are idiots. You've let yourself be fools, and you're sharing your husband, and you're settling for less when really you should be standing up for yourself and asking for more.
What Robyn is saying in the background isn't the important part of that clip. What's important is so you can see by just the kissing goodbye, obviously he has different feelings for different people. Then we get into one of the wives yells at the kids and just goes off on them, and the parent of those children is not cool with that, and instead of backing up the actual parent of those children and respecting the boundaries that they have all set up in this relationship, he takes the side of the other person and completely negates the boundaries of the other parent, and guess which parent it was? Christine. Then this insanely coercive moment that brings us to the end of the season that's still
I need to talk to Meri alone.
Okay. Alone?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, you and I are out.
Immediately upon Kody walking out of the room and Meri being handed the baby, Robyn offers to be a surrogate so that they can have another baby, and Kody has no idea that she's offering that, but you can tell by Kody's face when he's leaving the room that he absolutely knows that that's being offered. And again, a lot of people disagree, but it was obviously a very coercive, manipulative moment. Here, hold this baby, look at this baby. Don't you want one? Let's not even look into the fact of how hard it would be to watch another woman who is actively married to your husband, because we're not talking a regular surrogate. We're talking about your husband's other wife being pregnant with your baby. Watching your husband, who's already spending all of his time with her, spend more time with her. At the end of the day, the offer seemed very self-serving, and like Kody only saw very specific value in Meri. Anywho, that was season 3. I'll see you the day after tomorrow for season 4. Yeah, we've got a ways to go.